Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 5 of this Nhrl Division 2 season here in Azerbaijan. This evening I am joined by Twonk. Good evening, Twonk.
Good evening.
And hopefully we're going to have more finishers this evening. We didn't have many finishers last time round. We had 3 finishers. And I don't know if we are doing a minute's silence. I think we are, so... We'll, from our end, we'll do a minute silence starting from now. Well, for those in the garage, it was a minute and a half, but because we wasn't too sure in the commentary box about it, we just did our own minute silence as well. That was for, I think, F1 Antics. Lost a friend, I think it was, from work or something like that. I'm not too sure. Won't get into the details because I don't want to be wrong about it. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, so the championship standings, of course, last time round we only had 3 finishers, unfortunately. Made for an interesting scenario, I'll be honest. But as it stands, Blue unfortunately didn't win last time round. I think in the end he finished 4th. He will get them 10 points going forward. No, sorry, 12 points going forward. But at the moment in the standings, he is top of the leaderboard with 85 points. The McLaren of Car Brian Con slowly closing up to him in second with 71 points. The Aston Martin of Reese, of course, winning that race last time out. Very, very lucky. But hey, a win is a win, as I have been told. He is on 45 points, and then only just behind him is Carps in the other Ferrari by two points behind, actually, on 43 points. And then I want to mention H. Collins as well. Actually getting his first ever podium, I believe, in Nhrl. The constructors, as it stands, for the Ferraris are still on top with 128 points. Second are McLaren with 93 points, and Aston Martin are in third with 70 points. And a special shout out to the Alfa Romeo team; they have 0 points. But yeah, it should be an interesting race as we're going to stay on board with XD Pids on his first flying lap. How are you expecting today's race to go, Mr. Twonk?
Obviously, it is a street circuit, so walls are very close around here. But Azerbaijan has loads of overtaking opportunities. I mean, you've got the massive straight, you've got 2 DRS zones in a row, so there should be some good wheel-to-wheel action.
Well, it should be. There should be less retirements, hopefully, than Monaco. Of course, Monaco is known. It's known for its difficulty, and whilst it might have been exciting for us, it probably wasn't exciting for
yeah.
the drivers at all last week. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see how it goes. You're probably wondering why there is no Irishman. Shifter has decided to leave league racing. I believe also as well he has left the commentary team as well, which is a little bit sad. But you know, it's a new era. We are now the goats of NHRL. Maybe, I don't know. Obviously, it all depends if people enjoy the commentary. But it does seem like there's more views on the Div 2 channel than there is on the Div 1 channel. I'm just putting that one out there, Twonk.
We're obviously the dominant commentators, but Pitch is coming up the line now. Max open DRS.
See what time he can set. I'm going to say 141.1. No, 140 dead. Fair play.
I believe next across the line is a Ferrari of Karts on the medium tyre. Is racing as Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, for some reason the game's a bit buggy at the moment still. So that's probably one of the reasons why I shifted left, of course. Not only that, due to
speed in that Ferrari, 203 miles an hour.
140.8. Fastest sector 3 though.
F1 Antec sets a 140.3. Next across the line, I believe, is a...
Oh, it's 11.
It's SLM.
I don't hold high hopes for her, I'll be honest. She comes across the line, does 141.6. I mean, that's still not too bad. Matteo we missed out on, did a 141.9. Who else is coming across?
James is
Bradley Ellis just set a time of 145. James sets a 141.5.
Blue's now coming up to... Oh no, he's got dived into the pit lane.
Ooh, James getting a little bit squirrely there on the exit of turn 1.
Oh, Carbine Con's now coming into the final sector. And he is... I don't know. He hasn't set a time yet, so I can't see.
Great commentary work there by Twonk. If you think Twonk sounds a bit ill, by the sounds of it, I think he is. So, and myself, I've not long just woken up, so yeah, it's going to be fantastic work. Commentary side.
Anyway,
I'm sure, yeah.
Comes to the line, no he doesn't, he dives into the pit lane as well. Did the drivers realise that you've got to stay on the track to stay out of time?
The thing is, though, he might have made a mistake and just there's no point in doing a lap.
Is anyone actually on a lap?
Gravity is, as I just drink my coffee, and it's really hot.
No, he's on a 1:30. No, he's not. He's already on 1 minute 40.
I mean, you never know. That could be the fastest he can go around there.
Blue is coming out now. Our championship leader by. Yeah.
Looking for some redemption. He wasn't happy last week, though. I don't know if you saw the shot. He was livid. But unfortunately, that's how it goes. That's how it goes, unfortunately, in league racing. Like, you can have lucky moments, you can have unlucky moments. As we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Obviously, it's sector 3 because it comes up on the top left-hand corner on me. As my cat decides to come and say hello. Subscribe for shadow content. That's what I'm going to say. Right, we're going to go on board with, I think, H. Collins.
Yes.
Surely he's got to be on a high from last week. Of course, finishing in P3. You know, we've given him so much stick over the years, well, over this couple of seasons and whatnot, and generally, he actually deserved that podium last time round. So, be good to see how he can do.
Will he dive into the pit lane? Hopefully not. No, he's not. It's nothing promising. He's going to set a 141.
204, 205 miles an hour is a 41.4. There's definitely time. I mean, to be fair, that's on the medium set of tyres, so that's actually a decent time.
What's the weather going to be like?
I have no idea. But by the looks of things, it's going to be a dry race. By the looks of things.
Blue's now going down into turn 1. The sternboard racing tyre. Oh, yellow flag. Oh no, it's just people getting over there. Oh no.
No, it is actually Fred the Red that's dead. Right, yeah, if we're going to go on board though with Blue, the championship leader, looking for some redemption after last week. Of course, retired with about 5 laps or so to go as he was leading the race, which then promoted Reese into P1. So, let's see what he can do. As Gravity goes second fastest, by the way, a 140.046, only 1,000th slower than, no, 100th slower than Pids.
Maybe I was going to approach castle section. He was a bit tentative, but...
The thing is, though, on this year's game, you can't really send it into the castle section. That's something that I've noticed. So yeah.
I had a 5-car pile up, I think it was yesterday on my team career mode around there.
Well, let's just hope that no one crashes at the castle section. As blue sets a purple sector too, so he's looking like he's going to be on pole. Gonna stay with him though down the main straight as he touches the wall a little bit. Gives it a little bit of a love tap, but here we go then. DRS now open. Of course, there's no rich mix this year. Up to 202, 203, so it's a little bit slower than everyone. At 39.5, surely that sees him on pole.
You never
I
know.
am not going to swear.
Carbon conscious set purple sector 2.
Okay, this is going to be interesting.
Two are on a different level, class of their own.
But they can stay in Div 2 for all I care, because I don't want them in Div 1. There's enough good drivers in there. I'm already struggling as it is. I'll get the YouTube chat up in a second.
Carbon Com's got top speed on his car. Jeez, it's acceleration and he goes P.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
only P9.
Surely there's room for improvement there. But, yeah, first round of laps.
Yeah, I can't really see anyone now improving on time just yet. It'll be like a
Top
last
10 are
minute
covered
flurry.
by 1.8 seconds. The top 2 are covered by 5/10.
Yeah,
Oh well, gravity and pits though are only separated by 100th of a second.
I know. That's
Very good.
whilst yes, it's good that we've got some close battles. It's also good that we've got some outright leaders because we'd expect them to win, but then they could always
Nice to
bottle
see,
it.
2 Alpines in the top 10.
Yeah. Fingers crossed they can get some decent points again. That's Carps. Wow, Carps is a 139.4. I didn't even notice that he was on a lap. So that's my bad, I'll be honest.
I'm so sorry, Carps.
So at the moment, it is a Ferrari front row lockout. Surely they can't get a front row start. Surely. As Tyrone says, let's go blue, woo. Well, that celebration was short-lived, my friend. It was short-lived.
Who's this on a lap? Pitts on a lap? I believe Pitts is on a lap.
I'm just hoping that Carps isn't willing to go on another lap at the moment because
Pitts
Bradley Ellis is in the way. So I'm just hoping that he's not wanting to do another lap here.
Yeah. You know what? Should we ride on board with Carly for a lap? As soon as he's got his podium and.
Yeah, sure. I mean, let's just hope he doesn't crash.
Do you want me to take us through the lap?
Yeah, go for it, my friend.
Cool. Oh. Alright, let's go for a lap in Azerbaijan, obviously. Got a very long straight. I don't actually know how long it is, but
I think it's over a kilometre long.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. So Dan's open DRS maximum speed of about 205 mile an hour. Coming down into turn 1, a very big braking zone. You need to be careful not to lock inside tyre, clip that curb, hit the outside curb. Be careful of the wall there; it gets very close.
I generally thought he. I'll be honest, I thought he invalidated it then because I saw red, but I noticed it was just the advertising
Onto
board.
second DRS straight down to another big braking zone, and then another 90-degree corner. Takes it nicely, and then into the right-hander of turn 4, I believe this is. It's a nice sweet exit now down into the sort of chicane. Gear 3, I normally take this in, runs it a bit wide but cuts it back nicely. Down into the more technical section of the track. You can cut this corner so much, which he does, and he hits all, unfortunately, but still going into cap.
Here's the wall again. And let's be honest, I think, well, he's got no front wing damage, I'll put it that way. So he survived without any front wing damage at the moment.
He is still going though. Down into the 3 triple left-handers. Now, this is the place of controversy. Crashing Central is that wall.
He doesn't know that he's in the Mercedes here, so
Yeah, he's 1.1 seconds off.
Yeah, I think come into the pits, get a new fresh set of softs, and then go again. Or just as you would at this point now, would you pit to do another lap, or would you be like, you know what, let's start outside the top 10, fresh set of tyres?
Yeah, to be honest, probably starts at the top 10 because last season on Azerbaijan I did 17 to first. So, I'll take. Oh, F1 Antics is 4 tenths up. Hello, apart from sector 2.
At the moment, that's going to put him into P3.
Come on, could we see a Rebel on the front row? It's been a long time in Div 2 since that happened. Since the days of Twonk and Reese.
Funny fact, yeah, interesting fact. I never actually qualified on pole position that whole season.
Crosses the line and goes.
So there's only 3 tenths separating the top 3 at the moment.
Position?
No, I was close, and the amount of times that Carps took it off me, I think you took it off me a couple of times.
Gravity's on a 4-minute lap time, which is only now left sector 1. I mean, he's only now left sector 1.
Yeah, it's. I think that's just a. Has to be a bug.
James the Killer is up high. I'm just coming for this first bit. There's a lot of 90-degree corners around there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a good track, for sure.
James is under by 9 tenths. What a first sector that was from him.
He must have made a mistake on his first flying lap.
It's just cars getting out of the way. How's he going to approach Castle section? Takes it nicely.
I mean, the thing is, though, you could definitely run over that curb a little bit more. As he drifts around the corner, that's one way to get around that section.
Igon Blue, he is 2 tenths up coming out the final corner, really. See what he sets.
Pretty much the final sector, in a way. As James is retired. Haha, well, guess what? You can't blame it on us this time, because I came off him just before he crashed. As Blue come across the line. No.
Oh, misses out. Carps beats his teammate.
Will he have enough
challenges
tyres?
Are coming.
Will he have? Oh, that's so close. So there's 8 1,000th in it.
Peter's on his lap. He kind of needs to get on with it now. Only 30 seconds to go. Carp's coming through the first split. Is he going to be up or under?
Yeah, Pitts will get there in time. So Mateo's not coming out into the pits. Coming out of the pits. That's
yeah,
both Alpines
on Carps. He's 1600s under. Takes that corner very nicely. How's he going to approach Castle? Is he going to be aggressive? I know this kid, he'll be aggressive. Yeah, he's aggressive from Castle.
Yeah, that you can find so much time through that area. Oh,
on the line and aggression. And that is what happens when you're on the line all the time.
So that'll be his qualifying time done and dusted.
Con is 4 tenths up. Look onto him.
Yeah, coming up to 5 tenths now as well. So that's going to put him around P3 at the moment. Let's see. Hello. Where does that come from, my friend?
He only needs to gain 2 tenths and he's on pole position. Carbine Con, as he comes down the final straight.
Keeps it as close as he can to the right hand side wall.
What's it going to be?
Want to keep this in a straight line, don't want to jerk the wheel.
For the McLaren, copying Lando Norris from the weekend.
It's pole position for Connor! That's going to be 2 points. As Blue takes it off him at the last second.
Gravity
He's like,
P3.
no.
Carps has gone from 1st to 4th in the match of 10 seconds.
Keep an eye on Pitts though. He has improved his time a little bit. Less than a tenth though.
He's 2 tenths under. My voice is going to suffer after this, but Pitts.
This is where the time is going to be all won or lost. Only he knows if he's currently up on his time. As he's going to cross the line, can he improve on his P6?
Time and goes P5, I believe that was.
Yeah, it was P5. Just looking at his controller, not controller, his steering wheel, where it says P5 and that. So at the death, Blue takes pole position, getting himself 2 extra points in a vital championship battle. P2 on the front row alongside him is Connor with a very good time actually, but just beat into it at the last second. Gravity in P3, Carps in P4 in the other Ferrari. XD Pids is currently starting in P5. F1 Antics in 6th, 7th is Matteo. SLM11, good job from her in 8th. Ellie in 9th. Fred the Red in 10th. Of course, all top 10 will be starting on the softs. And those outside the top 10 are James, H. Collins, Infinity, GTAC UK, Bradley Ellis, and Feared by Gaming did not set a time. So, what a qualifying.
Yeah,
so
it's down to be a good race.
Hopefully, as long as there's more than 3 finishes, I think we'll be winning this one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to make my race predictions because they're always wrong, so...
Thing is, though, I got mad right though last week. I did say that H. Collins would be on the podium.
I normally vote for Reese in Carps. Carps does have a chance, just needs to stay out of trouble on lap 1. This is another track.
Yeah.
If you stay out of the wall, you're going to do well.
There's not really many places where you can track extend either. So, I mean, obviously there are a couple of places that you can track extend, but
it's one of the tracks you can't really get away with wing damage due to the amount of high speed and slow speed corners.
downforce is key. You can either risk it for that straight line speed or play it safe with extra aero to see the random corners safer. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But we've got 26 laps as the formation lap is underway. As is that Quilani is boss has now joined us. They will be starting in P17.
He's going to win it. He's in a Red Bull P17. He's going to win it.
Well, they're very slow off the line. But I do believe that people are running black and blue helmets as a show of respect as well. Some people haven't, but it's not a mandatory thing, so we're not going to worry about it too much, I guess. At least everyone did a minute silence, and I think we're going to be doing that again tomorrow, I'd say, which I'm okay with. In fact, I don't even know what track we're at tomorrow. In Div 1.
That's how good I am.
Where was we last week? We was in Canada last week, weren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll be in... Oh, it's most likely France. And the mood just changes in the commentary box. We've got France. I'm not looking forward to that. I'll be...
players that can... Anyway, half the grid has just been disqualified.
Really?
So yeah. Pigs, F1 Antics and Mateo will be starting with cold tyres, so...
Bradley Ellis and Feared by Gaming, by the way.
Oh yeah. SLM could be P5 by turn 1 if she gets a hook up, right?
Well...
Can I take us through lights out this time?
Yeah, go for it.
Come on, first time.
Well, it is, by the looks of things, it's a two-stop strategy, no matter what. Soft, medium, medium. Or you could do medium hards. Probably not.
I think you could do soft hards as well, right? Or you could on last year's game, I'm not sure, but pretty sure you can do soft hards. But
I don't think you can on this year's game.
No.
No. Because
I guess we'll find out in a minute.
The thing is, though, it could be doable. I mean, what? If we get a safety car at a certain point, people go on hards, and then
it's supposed to be soft, medium, soft, hards. I mean, for most of the grid, it was soft, medium, medium, hard, soft, medium.
Pretty much. Of course, we didn't even have a safety car last time round.
Anyway, that's in the past. We're focusing on today as Blue comes up to his grid spot in pole position, looking to get the whole shot.
Should be an interesting race.
Championship rival lining up beside him. Both Ferraris in the top 4 are in for a good race here if they can keep it together.
Waiting for everyone to line up. Take it away.
Anyway, watch for the lights. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lights out and away we go. Blue with an alright start, but Carbon Con gets an even better one. Blue gets bogged up and he's down into P3 already. All battles at the back. Haas hits the wall, but Carbine Con leads into turn 2 with Gravity not far behind. Blue is all over the back of him, but
we've got yellow flags. I think it's Matteo.
Yellow flags, I believe that's
yeah, Matteo has dropped down a fair few positions already. In fact, he's got no front wing. I repeat, no front wing for Matteo, so he's got a long way to go to get back to the pits.
Comeback is on. P13 for the Red Bull, P12, I'm sorry.
H. Collins had a bit of a mare by the looks of things, he's now down to P11.
Blue got an immediate great start off the line and just keep bogged up. And I think
shout out to Fid by Gaming, by the way, up 8 places. Yeah, up 8 places at the start. Oh no, so H. Collins could do a medium hard, but he's just hit the wall. But no front wing damage yet again. Get very lucky with that.
But Carbine Con, he's put his foot down, he knows he needs to go, because as soon as Blue gets past Gravity, you know he's going to start to catch up. But no,
so it depends. Oh, there's a yellow in sector.
He's dropped it. Patch safety.
Oh,
I was going to say, Ferrari in a good position here, to be honest, because they've got 2 cars fighting against Carbine Con, so they can play tactics.
Oh, GTAC UK gets a 5-second time penalty for collision with Feared by Gaming.
Oh, and he's got no wing. No.
Oh dear. Matteo has left the session, so that was a short cameo from him. Wow, Mike. Wait, what? We've got a safety car?
Oh.
Oh my god. I didn't know they existed.
It's just overtook Ellie. Oh no, they're wheel to wheel into
Oh, Ellie gets a 5-second time penalty for trying to re-overtake him. I'm sorry, even though it is technically legal.
No, I think Ellie sped him the pit lane. She put her foot down.
Yeah, I know, but that's painful. That's just painful in a way, you know.
Both Ferraris jumped into the mediums. I mean, arguably medium hard now, but do you reckon that was the right call?
I'd say so. Yeah, get a fresh set of tyres on. You don't have to. You don't have to worry about tyre wear so early on, especially around there, because the rears get worn twice as quick as the fronts, from what I've worked out anyway. So, and you know, really, you don't want the rears to be worn, especially going in sector 3, because it's so it's such high speed. Yeah, you don't want the back end to step out. Believe me, I should know. Yeah, I crashed around there. That's before I got all my good setups, so I've been getting some good setups on. I'm not going to mention where they're from, because I don't want my rivals to take them. I will let you know after. I will DM you the website that I go to. But yeah, that sounded really dodgy. Then it's a setup site. It's nothing. That makes it even worse. Sounds like I'm going for a Russian bride. Although I am starting to get desperate in my age now, so what's a couple of grand a year? Anyway, we are moving on. So who has stopped? Well, none of the top 7 have stopped, but they are on. No, they're all on softs.
So SLM jumped Carps in the pit.
I tell you what, James has won this battle already. I have to say, they're on hards. They started on the hard tyres, and he's up into 6th.
Well, James has won the race. He needs to stop once now.
It all depends, though, because you know everyone else is on mediums. Feared by Gaming is on
of course, it's
hard.
obviously too early to tell. But it's a nice thought.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can the McLaren actually win the race today? That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I believe one of them can. Yes. Whether that McLaren is James, I'm not sure.
I don't know if well, Connor is still on the soft, so
I reckon that was the right call, because there's going to be another safety car.
You never know. You could be surprised. As Fred the Red comes out of the pits.
Commentator's curse, it's fine.
Yes, exactly. So now we can just relax for a little bit before the chaos ensues yet again.
Everything is falling into plan.
Yes, it is. And yeah, we'll just relax a little bit. So the top four, they're all still on softs. James Killer is on the hards, Bradley Ellis is on mediums, Infinity's on softs. So sure, you know, James will be a lot slower than the others around him, but he could. Oh, you never know. Actually, that could be a good strategy for him. I wonder if that'll pay off. Everyone who pitted did not pit onto the softs, so which was to be expected. I don't think we're going to see that many soft runners for long. It's only 5 at the moment.
But safety car, I believe, is in this lap. Will we get the message through from race control?
Yes,
there
we do.
It is. Carbon Con, is he going to do a tonk? Restart? Is he going to slow it down a lot? No, he's going with the safety.
If you're ever leading the safety car, don't be doing that, because the amount of times I've gotten so annoyed at you. Even last season, I was so annoyed with your restarts. It's like you speed up, then slow down, speed up, slow down. You have to keep it at a constant pace. You can't just be accelerating, braking. And Quilana's boss gets 5-second time penalty as Connor takes everyone racing yet again. So here we go. As we get someone coming into the pits at the last second. There's quite a few penalties going on. GTAC UK is in the pits. But at the moment, Connor is leading the race with Gravity just behind him.
CFI Gaming just had a huge tank slap. He's dropped down to not last, but almost last.
As there's going to be action all over the place. We've got Infinity losing a few places at the moment. Getting swamped by Quilani, I believe. Nicely done. Gets a little bit of a love tap at the rear. Oh no! Blue, the championship leader, has lost his front wing here, and now they're going to be very, very slow going through sectors 2 and 3.
Yeah, he's just
and quite, and rightly so. He gets out of the way. Good sportsmanship there from him.
But Red Bull up into P8 now. What?
Oh, hang on. We've also got H. Collins with no front wing. Yeah, he's still, and yeah, he's still trying to. Oh no, he gives up at the last set. Oh, he's out of the race. And there we go. We've got a massive. Oh, this ain't good.
Come on, Ellie, get past.
She does. Nicely done.
That's surely has to be a safety
car. Slow it down. Yeah, this has to be a safety car.
Oh, he's gone.
It's gone now, which is okay, but in the real world, that would have been a safety car. I show a red flag.
Yeah.
So we had this. What I don't get, we had a virtual safety car for pretty much nothing. Yet something that was 10 times worse, we don't even get a safety car or even a VSC.
No.
Admin, sort it out, because this ain't fair on others.
F1 Antics just made a move down into turn 1.
They go wide though.
Commission wide the gap the soft runners have to the rest of the grid. 5 and a bit seconds.
But don't forget though, James is on the.
Yeah, but Carps is still 2.7 behind him.
Yeah, true. And so we've got a couple of people coming into the pits. Blue is in the pits. What they're going on? They're on to the mediums. Okay. I personally would have done hards. Don't know about you, but I would have gone to the hards to see me through to the end of the race. Maybe they're expecting a safety car.
SLM down the inside of Bradley, maybe? No. Just going to get the switch back on him? No, he covers it up well.
We'll keep an eye on these two at the moment, because they are the closest battle on track. Although, hang on, XD Pids is pushing GTAC UK around some of these corners here. Not looking for a dive down the inside.
Oh no! Oh! No. Bradley's just lost his wing going into Castle.
And XD Pids gets past GTAC UK at Kane off
Right,
sector
keep
2.
an eye. Oh, yeah, Bradley's.
Yeah, Bradley's got no front wing. Bradley has no front wing.
Gravity
at the
on
moment,
Gravity on F1 antics. Gravity on F1 antics.
oh, Bradley's out the race. Is that going to be a safety? That has to be a safety car, surely.
Hang on, Ellie, please be careful. Ellie, slow down.
Seriously?
Oh my god.
No safety car. No safety car. No VSC.
Blue, careful.
Oh, Blue! Oh, hang on. Fred's next. Fred is next.
No,
I think.
It's gone. It's gone.
Okay. So fair play from all the drivers.
The game knew to get rid of it for Fred.
Well, fair play to the drivers for staying out of the car.
But Fred is coming down. We better get rid of it.
Oh crap, he's here. Hurry.
Oh, Carp's getting past James. They're wheel to wheel, but James is going to not get the switch back. Carp's has been promoted back up into P4.
XD pits and Ellie's in the pits. She's lost on reverse front wing.
Now the leading Ferrari.
And also as well, serving her 5-second time penalty, by the way. Just want to mention that. So she's on to the mediums.
Carp's is the leading Ferrari by a good 20 seconds. Right, if there's not another safety car, this blue race done. She's still got to pit again.
Yeah, I think to be fair, I think he should have just gone onto the hard tyres. He should have just bite the bullet and just gone to the hards. As James Killer has just, by the looks of things, just let Kulani, his boss, go through. Maybe
this Red Bull's winning the race.
I've got a feeling though, James is going to go for the DRS in sector 3.
He just wants to get tagged along. He's not going to be fast on track at the minute due to the tyre compounds.
Thing is though, this might give him a good indication of how his tyres are doing. Thing is though,
Gravity on F1 antics down the inside. No, he thinks better of it.
Kulani's boss, has already opened up like an 8/10 lead against him. Yeah. But I'm just going to stay on board with James. I want to see what he does. Is he just going to stick with DRS, or will he look for an overtake in this next DRS section? I'm tempted to see this.
Well, he's using his overtake.
Probably just trying to keep up with him, just trying to use DRS at the moment.
Oh, SLM, no, there's a...
XD Pids has overtaken Blue, as Blue sets the fast lap of the race.
Gap to the leader. Blue has got a 38-second gap to the leader. Pit stops around her are about 19 seconds. So he's got to gain at least 10 seconds. At least 15 seconds to even get next to him.
Should be interesting.
The leaders are still banging out decent lap times up top, I believe. Carbon Con's still lapping in the.
There's a second separating the top 3, by the way. Like, this is actually incredible racing, I have to say.
But Blue is currently lapping almost 2 seconds faster than the leaders.
Oh wow, he's a man on a mission here. No, I'm just going to stay on board though with F1 Antics and Connor, because F1 Antics is going to have DRS going into turn 1. As
Connor's into the pit lane.
Right, so it's pit stop time then for the top 3. As also Gravity comes into the pits, slowed it down just in time. That means then Carps is going to take.
Connor, see where he comes out compared to Blue.
I'm going to stay on board with Blue now, as he's just ran the final corner pretty much.
Yeah, Carbon Con's miles ahead.
The thing is though, Connor is on the hards, and they're slow around here, but they will see him to the end of the race. So I'll be very interested to see what happens.
He's got the barrier to... I mean, like, he's pitted and he's still got a 10... he's still got a 14-second advantage over Blue.
Well, at the moment, F1 Antics is leading the race with Carps in... Yeah, with Carps in second and Quilani as boss. Or is it Quillan is boss, shall I say? In P3. But the net leader, I'd say, because I still think we've got Quillan Quillen and Carps to pit, and of course Antics. James Killer is in the net race lead, I think. If not him, it'll be Connor. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that one out there.
Oh, has Boo just hit the wall? He's just had a snap of oversteer.
No, it doesn't look like he's got front wing damage. But he's catching up though to XD Pids at the moment. Ooh.
43.3.
I've got a feeling them rears are overheating. Yeah, them rears have overheated. That's what I mean about this track. It's so demanding on the rear tyres. Just keep an eye on him at the moment because I've got a bad feeling that's coming up. I've got a very, very bad feeling going into sector 3.
I mean, some people's driving styles, they're just more aggressive on the throttle.
The thing is though, if you're using a time trial setup, compared to last year, they don't work as well as they used to in race situations. So, like, yeah, sure, you might be fast over like 5 laps, but your rears are going to be dead, I'll tell you. But I'm going to keep an eye on Fred the Red though, because he is closing up to GTAC UK, his teammate. Going to look for a move, I believe, into turn 1, so we're going to stay on board with him. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? Moves to the left, down the inside. And Ellie's out, and there's a safety car.
That's safely. Oh, I bet Carbon Con's kicking himself.
So then, will Blue come in?
Oh, I didn't realise F1 Antics pitted onto the hard tyre as well.
I wonder if Blue will pit again. Do you think he will? Do you think it's worth it?
And the safety car now to limit damage, yeah, probably. Right, I'll be 30 seconds.
Always. But I'm interested to see what tyres Blue has been on today. Soft, mediums. So he's not going to have a fresh set of mediums here. He could go on to the hards, I guess, but it's going to be interesting as SLM11 gets a drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car. So quite a few penalties now being handed out for the time being. But as it stands, Carps is leading the race with Quillen is boss in P2, James in P3, Connor in P4, not long just pitted as well, so he'll be kicking himself there. He might actually pit here, I'm going to keep an eye on him. Will he pit onto mediums to the end of the race, or will he stay out on the hards? It looks like he's staying out on the hards. As Quillen is boss and Carts are both coming in. Antics in P5 without putting him up into P3. Gravity in P6 without putting him up into P4. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on Blue. What is Blue going to do? What you going to do when Blue comes for you? And he does pit. Blue pits. Okay, so this is going to be interesting then. What tyres will Blue go on to? Will he go on to another set of mediums, or will he go on to the hards? Looks like everyone's going on a hard, fresh set of hards. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, the one person that's going to lose out massively now is James, and it's a medium tyres yet again for Blue, so he must be able to go to the end of the race now. But unfortunately,
it's been gone for 30 seconds, and it's a McLaren 1-2.
Yeah, but the only downside is James started on the hards, I believe, didn't he? Did James start on the hards? Yeah, James started on the hards, so that means he's going to have to pit again.
Oh, GTA is using a lovely bit of runoff area.
Takes the line made famous by Carlos Sainz and all that. But yeah, James Killer is going to have to pit, so unfortunately that could be his race already done and dusted unless there's another safety car going forward. SLM11 is the only one on softs. Just want to put that one out there. Excuse me. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, you don't wake up on at 7:30 in the evening. At least we can relax for a little bit, I guess. Whatever relaxing is. Need to make sure that my Amazon delivery is still coming. So then, your opinion on this race about halfway through then so far?
It's not been boring. It's not been the most entertaining race ever, but only 5 DNFs. I mean, we've got loads of different strategies running at the minute, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out towards the end of the race. It's hard to pick a winner at the minute because Carbon Con, you would say, has got the biggest chance because he's got to work his way through the grid and everyone's on brand new tyres. And I know he's on new, he'll be on slightly scrubbed mediums now. I know he'll be on slightly scrubbed mediums, but he's got the Red Bull ahead of him on mediums who's looking fast. He's got his teammate, he's got Gravity and F1 Antics.
Do you think James will let Connor go by?
Yes.
No,
I don't think James will let Connor go by.
But he won't
Connor
put up a fight.
Make James let him go by.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right. The thing is, if I was James now, to be a good teammate, let Connor go through and then hold up everyone else. I mean,
like, you never know. James won't start pacing those tyres, to be honest. If he could stick to the back of him.
Oh.
You never know. Yeah, or you could just block the road. That's a good idea.
I'm just going to let everyone go through.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely
not speak about
now.
Anyone, can we? We can't speak about anyone.
No, we really can't.
Well,
thing is, though,
not coming in there.
It will.
That was an interesting way of letting Connor pass, but I mean, he did his job.
Yeah, I mean, there's that.
Well,
now he'll have to
safety car.
If that's the case, though, if we do get another lap of the safety car, I guess this could actually work out in his it could work out for him. He just all he's got to do is come into the pits for mediums, make his way through the field. Probably that season's gone. Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, at the moment then, Connor is now leading the race with one more lap of the safety car to go. As James is going to come into the pits, I believe, as XD Pids also comes into the pits as well. So this actually gives everyone an opportunity to come into the pits again. So yeah, fair enough. Oh dear. Excuse me. I apologise for yawning on stream. That's very unprofessional of me. See, I'm not the only one that yawns.
No, being ill does not help commentary though.
No, it doesn't.
I don't sound excited, but I am. But I can't sound excited because otherwise I rip all of the cells out of my throat. And by the morning, I'll wake up and not be able to speak.
I mean, that might be a positive thing for a lot of people, you know.
Wow.
And you're not allowed to swear because this is a PG-13 show. he just puts his voice onto not being shared.
Anyway, back to the F1.
Yes. Safety car should come in though this lap. As I can't see at the moment because I've got my glasses off, rubbing my eyes because my eyes are stinging like crazy. Hang on, I need to put my glasses on, so I'll be away from the headset for like 5 seconds. And my PlayStation is sounding like a jet engine. Okay, eyes back. Told you that would be 5 seconds. You can probably hear my cat as well.
Did you just like hit your cat?
No, I didn't hit my cat, she just meowed at me. She does this all the time. If I've got my headset on, or if I'm playing games, she'll just meow at me all the time.
Anyway, back to the F1 safety cars in this lap.
Yes. Let's see what happens.
Has he hit those, what tyres is he on? Hards?
Hards, yeah.
Hards up. Are they up to optimal performance
Should.
feature? Probably not. But top 4 on hards, and then we jump into medium.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's gone. He's gone. So
only the top 4 on hards, and the rest of them are on.
The medium should be able to go to the end of this race now, as you've got Antics weaving from left to right just to warm up his tyres a little bit, but also puts off. Oh, Gravity gets a. Oh, there's some contact between Carps and Gravity as Carps goes down the inside at turn 2 to take P3. What an overtake! Unfortunately, though, Gravity has lost out a couple of positions as Quillan is boss. Has. No, he's not going to send it. Oh, hang on, he's got Gravity on his right hand side there. He's going to have the inside line, but he's not going to dive down the inside. He's going to dive down the inside! Oh, there's contact! Hey. Bit of I'll be honest, that was very it was very what's it called? It was very audacious of him going down the inside. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was doable, but it's just definitely difficult. And now he's going to be under so much pressure because being on the hards around mediums, this ain't going to go well for him. Doesn't look like he's got them tyres warmed up whatsoever. But Blue is on the comeback charge though in P5, possibly going to take these mediums to the end of the race as we're only on lap 13 at the moment. I thought, yeah, it should be a lot. I thought we were going to be a lot further ahead by now, but it's going to be a long race. But
we're halfway through. With my mathematical skills.
Whoa! Don't get copyrighted.
Out of shape, coming out of the final turn. How do you say his name? Quill.
We're going to call him Quill.
Quill, cool. Quill's got to run down into
turn one. But we're going to call him Star-Lord. Star-Lord or Chris Pratt. You know, Peter Quill. Anyway, looking for me down the inside, we didn't make it stick. But this fighting though is going to help out Blue because Blue is now right behind Quill. Is he going to look for a move anytime soon? Not just yet. Fred the Red gets all out of sorts here, and he's dropped down to P8.
Quill's surely going to outbreak him. Yeah, Carps has got it. No, Carps is going to hit the wall. Oh,
no. Good battling there. Good battling there.
Blue. Blue's squirt. I think Blue's struggling with the rears again. He's just had a huge tank slap.
Yeah, Gravity was just the same then as well. I think Fred has got front wing damage. No, I don't think so. Oh, it's GTAC UK.
I'd say Rebel double podium hasn't been like that since Australia.
I don't see it happening though because Quill has got to take them tyres another 12 laps and they will be dead by lap 23, I'd say. Well, whereas the hards will still be usable. Well, all I'm going to say is that Blue is on mediums. Oh, of course, yeah, Blue's on mediums here.
Blue's on 6 lap old mediums and Quill's only on 3 lap old mediums.
Yeah.
Now, banging statistics.
The only downside is though now, Blue needs to get past him to go have a chance.
In a bit of a situation. Fernando is faster than you.
Please let him past. Well, let's stay on board then with Blue. He's going to line up a move down into turn 1 most likely. Let's hope this isn't a Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel moment, as DRS has been enabled as we've got someone diving into the pits. That is Gravity, as Carps just doesn't put up a fight.
There's no driver in Carp's car.
There is. It's just no. He's just not wearing a helmet. He's in Carlos Sainz's car, so yeah. There's that. I need to get the chat back up again because I turned on.
But Quill's got past his teammate as well. I'm telling you, this man, he's gonna win it.
If he does, then fair play. Like,
he's gonna do it.
At the moment, though, he is going to get driver of the day. I've got a feeling that a lot of people are still gonna pit, just because of the fact that they'll probably end up crashing into a wall. So at the moment, then we're going to stay on board for a lap or so with Quill. as he hunts down Connor for the race lead. Bradley Ellis has just said GTAC UK brakes are done, sitting at 900 and above. That's the only downside to this track. Such heavy braking zones will do that. There's not really a way to mitigate that one, unfortunately.
But Carbon Connie's on none.
Well, Quill is going to have DRS. I just want to say that out loud. Quill is going to have DRS as there is a yellow in sector 3, and it is another safety car. It's a safety car, and they're all coming to the pits. They are all.
Please be careful. No, SLM, please be careful. Don't
Fred's out. Fred's out.
Oh, watch SLM. Oh no, no. Oh, she's going slow. No, she's not. SLM.
Oh, SLM's out the race.
Oh no,
gonna
watch
keep an
GTA.
eye. Yeah, going to keep an eye on GTAC UK here.
Keep to the right. Keep to the right. Yeah, no. Blue's in the lead of the race, but Quill's on softs.
Oh, Blue, you should have pitted, mate. Blue, you should have pitted.
Do you think he believes he's got the power to go on and win the race with 8 mediums?
He doesn't. He doesn't. He could have gone to the softs. Softs could have actually seen him to the end of the race.
Yeah, that's what Quill's done.
Oh, Blue. If Blue pulls this one off, then fair bloody play to him. But I can't see that happening. Because them tyres now will be screaming. They'll be screaming as Infinity goes on to a set of hards. The wrong choice in my opinion. By now you can definitely do softs. So don't forget you've got about 2 laps of safety car.
We've had about 5 laps of racing before there's been a safety car, I think.
There's a record for us today. But on the safety car, there's only 9 cars remaining. Nearly half the grid are gone again. As we've got Blue in P1 looking for a race win today. Will he come into the pits? He might. In fact, we're just going to stay on board with them. Is Blue going to come into the pits? Please pit. Just go on to softs. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. Oh, Blue. Them tyres. If he does it, then fair player. We'll ask him about it, obviously. James is going to come into the pits though, most likely to go on to softs. Connor will take P2 and then Quill will take P3 by the looks of things. So Quill is going to have a very good opportunity here. Although, hang on. He hasn't, has he? Oh my days. No way. Has Connor just helped out his teammate? Connor? Oh, Connor almost helped him out. Oh, hang on, they're side by side. Oh my god! Connor slowed down enough to stop Quill getting past. I'm sure that just happened. I'm sure that's just happened. On that main straight, yeah, normally you can put your foot down, yeah, because the delta time will be allowing it. I'm sure Connor slowed down enough, because obviously you can't overtake onto the safety car, right? He's now just helped his teammate get into P3. Oh my god. You have got to be kidding me. If that is the case, we're going to have to ask about that one. Put that one into your notes, because we need to ask about that one if it's a double podium for them too. Yeah. But yeah, let's go through the race order again.
James for the win.
It's going to be tough, because by the end of the race the softs will be very, very, like, they'll be screaming, but of course they're going to have about a second of lap. I think they're on Delta, they're a second quicker than mediums.
Quill, I'm still backing him when he will.
As Blue gets very close to the back of the safety car there. Do you think Blue will now be scared of what's going to happen here? You know, he's on 9-lap-old tyres.
Nope.
What do you think he's actually going to be able to hold on to the lead?
Yeah. When you speak to him, he's as calm as a calm thing. I mean, his first ever podium last season sounded like he just retired on lap 1. There's no such thing as pressure for him.
We'll have to wait and see as we've got one more lap of the safety car to go. Yeah, but yeah, I'll be very interested to hear Connor in the interviews if he finishes the race. I'll also be very interested in Blue as well and what he's done. In fact, I'd just be interested to hear what the top three need to say, because they've done things differently compared to how we would do it. Let's put it that way. We would have gone to softs. We would have been like, you know what, I'm probably not going to win the race. I'm just going to go on to softs and just see myself through to the end of the race and get fastest lap for good measure. And I am getting bunged up with a cold right now, I think. And it sounds about right, because every October I always get ill. Every October I'm ill. Same last year, same year before. And I know when I start getting ill, it's when I can't have a cigarette. So, yeah. This is going to be a good month. October is my worst month, I tell you. Women have their times of months. Well, their time of month. I have my time of year. And for me, it's October of the year. It makes it even weirder because it's Halloween month, isn't it? So, I'm a monster.
Lovely thing to say on stream.
What, I'm a monster? You girl in my way, I'm a future to the monster. No more in the day, well, and that's it. Look, we've had a few people. We've got a few people watching, so they must be enjoying our stream. They must be enjoying our commentary work.
We're having a nice little chat.
Yeah, as Tonk yawns his life away.
Right, I believe we will finally be racing again. Hang on, if I'm not very much mistaken, there she is. Alright. Yep. Blue, what's he going to do? Is he a twonk or is he an echo? Wait,
is he his own person? Hang on, whoa, hang on. I'm normal. I'm a normal human being, I think. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm weird. Anyway, Blue's going to get us underway anytime now. Is he going to wait until the last second? The thing is, though, no one can overtake until the finish line, and the finish line is right near turn 1. So he could possibly take it all the way to the line. Slowly speeds up. 84 miles an hour, 85, 86. He's getting quicker. He's getting quicker. He's taking it right as late as possible, and he goes. Here we go then. He doesn't get a good restart because now look at this then. Connor is going to look for a move down into turn 1. No. The thing is that he might as well just wait here.
Oh my god! Oh!
Carps is round, I think.
No, it's not. It was Quill. He's just been at.
Oh!
Thank God, ghosting is on.
It's not though. That's the thing. Ghosting isn't. Oh! This is terrible.
Oh, what?
Guys, come on.
Don't admit, there's a car in front of you. Oh, by the way, a carbon con got past Blue.
Oh yeah. Well, all I'm going to say is, people need to sort out their driving techniques, because that was one of the worst restarts I've seen in a long time. I think, because, well, yes, this is probably it was probably the last safety car of the race. You know, there's still, what, 8 laps to go, and we've got, we've got another safety car. Great. Are we going to see Blue come into the pits then? Surely Blue's got to come into the pits now.
We're going to see a lap of race.
Actually, will everyone come into the pits, go on to softs? This has probably been... I actually probably enjoyed Monaco more than anything. Yeah, Monaco is probably more enjoyable than this.
I'm actually just lying down watching my fish tank at the minute.
So I wonder if anyone will come in and just fit softs. Surely they will. You know, 7 laps to go.
Carbon Con's trying to dummy Blue into the pits.
Oh, so
Quills
no one comes into the pits.
GTA's into the pits. Infinity's staying out. If one of them takes is coming in.
Blue is being very risky here. He probably could have pitted by now. He probably should have.
He'll have James all over him now as well.
Mm. And yeah, as expected, everyone in the pits has all come onto the softs. Antics though can serve his 5-second time penalty by those things. So there we go.
Right on.
Right on, dude.
Right on.
Oh, we've got GTA UK with a penalty by those things already. Don't know what that was for. I didn't see anything pop up. Unless I'm just blind. I'm wiggly blind. And yeah, we've got 2 more laps with a safety car. You'd love to see it on a race like this. Oh, I tell you what, Singapore, the safety cars galore. I mean, the thing is though, we're making up for the lack of safety cars from last week, so we can't really complain. We complain when there isn't safety cars, and we complain when there is. We're never happy, are we?
There's no winning with us.
There isn't. The thing is though, that was so avoidable, that safety car.
I mean, like, by the time this game finishes, the West Ham game might still be on.
Oh yeah, they're playing Europa League, aren't they?
51st minute, and they're 1-0 up. Declan Rice, 29th minute.
Yeah, Declan Rice will be leaving West Ham at the end of the season, you know that, don't you? He'll get snapped up by, like, Man United, Chelsea,
I'll just give everyone on the league, like, the football scores.
Yeah.
Right now, it's currently... Hang on.
How's Arsenal? Oh wait, no, Arsenal aren't in the Europa League, are they? Not even in Europe. Yeah, shots fired at Arsenal.
Yeah. Bayern Leverkusen are currently 2-0 up against Celtic. Dynamo are currently 2-0 up against Genk, whoever they are. Lazio are 2-0 up against Moscow. Marseille are drawing, and loads of clubs I can't pronounce.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Real Sociedad drew with Monaco 1-1. Olympiacos beat Fibonacci 3-0. Lyon beat someone 3-0. PSV won 4-1. Wait, Napoli are in Europa League.
Yeah.
Napoli lost to Moscow.
Also known as Latium in FIFA 22.
Leicester lost.
Oh wow, who did they lose to?
Warsaw.
Oh wow. I would have expected Leicester to win that one, I'm not gonna lie.
Match stats. Shots 18. What the West Ham's...
Well, Leicester needs by Haaland, because he's always scored a hat-trick on his debut for me in my Man United career mode on FIFA 22. He runs so weird though on FIFA 22.
Real Madrid, I can't believe they lost to Sheriff. They've just lost. Ever since Ronaldo went, they've just gone. Which kind of says quite a bit.
Yep, well look at Juventus now as well. I mean, Barcelona as well, then you got Man United. They're doing okay. I mean, we just about won last night. And of course, it was our man, Cristiano Ronaldo. He actually scored 34 goals in the season for me in FIFA 22 in my first season at Man United. Thing is, I need to start a new career modes because they've recently added a load more third kits, but before it would normally get added to your current saves. Doesn't now because it's all done through.
Right.
Oh, safety car's in this lap.
Fourth time tonight. Safety car is in this lap.
And it'll be the final time, I'd say.
Wow, you just jinxed it again.
It will be the final time.
Well,
Connor, yeah, he's going to have the advantage now. James will be right behind Blue.
They're going to try work together here so Connor can get the restart.
It's going to be a 1-2 finish for McLaren, I guarantee it. And here we go then, Connor takes us underway for the final 5 laps of this race. As Gravity is side by side with James. What a restart for Gravity here. Tries to go down the inside of James. A little bit of contact made, no one spun, so that's good. But at the moment then, Brian Connor leads the race. P2 at the moment is Blue, but he is losing time to Connor, so this is going to be damage limitation now for Blue. James Killer is in P3 on 4-lap old soft, so he's going to have the advantage over those on mediums at the moment. Gravity in P4, reserving for the...
Carps is wheel to wheel with Infinity. Tries to sling it around the outside, and he does.
So Carps goes off position then. But yeah, Gravity is a reserve driver for tonight, but doing a very good job actually in P4. Can he hold on to P4? You never know as well. If one of the top three, most notably, let's say Baloo or James, gets a penalty, that could be P3 for Gravity. You just don't know. Quill is in P5 on his first race in Nhrl, I believe. So a good job from him. Carps in P6. F1 Antics in P7. 8th is Infinity, as they just hit the curb there. You want to be careful about that. And GTAC UK, the only one with a penalty so far this race.
Quill's got a run on Gravity.
But look at that, a 2-second gap already between Connor and Blue. But James
Quill's got a very good run on Gravity.
Using up as much ERS as he possibly can. Brian Connor sets the fastest lap of the race. That's another point for him.
Quill's going to try slinging it around the outside. Cut back.
Ooh,
No.
Oh wow, GTAC UK has been black flagged for ignoring drive-through penalty. Don't be a safety car. Don't be a safety car. It won't be a safety car. It's too late for that now. So GTAC UK will not get any points whatsoever, as he's now in P17. So yeah, disqualified. But just going to keep an eye on Connor. Yeah, congratulations to him, it's fair to say. He has won this race. But I'll tell you what though, Blue is doing a very good job at the moment of keeping back James, who's only a second behind him at the moment, as Quill and Gravity have the closest battle on track so far. As I say that, it then
What are you watching?
Antics. Antics has spun, and that's putting down now to P8, unfortunately. Apparently GTAC UK did serve his drive-through penalty. Well, make sure you record it, and then we'll get and then send it into the stewards, buddy, because they might try and sort something out. Then they might actually put you into P9, so you get a couple of points. But don't hold me to that one. I'm not too sure how the stewards inquiry works on that one. But at the moment, it will be Connor winning this race, and like I say, fair play to Blue, 16-lap old mediums, as we've got a yellow in sector 2, sector 3, sorry. Do you think he'll come into the pits and do another run on the softs? No. I mean, he could have gone for the fastest lap, no, don't you? Let's be honest. Could have done that. So at the moment, well, James is starting now to catch up to Blue. I just want to mention that James is now catching up to Blue. He's less than a second, and as long as he gets within DRS range, he's got a very good chance. He's going to have the fresher tyres, although actually 6-lap old softs around here. Then rears will be on, I'd say, 35% by now, I want to say. I can't remember how it works, but if you was James in this position right now, Twonk, would you try and go for a move on Blue, or would you be like, you know what, a podium is on the cards, I'm not going to risk it? As Gravity, Gravity and Quill have a coming together, and Gravity has lost his front wing. Gravity has no front wing, so he will be pitting onto softs, and he could actually get the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah. James, to be honest, just got nothing to fight for, so it's either win it or bin it for him, really.
And Infinity is
Like
out the
that.
race. Infinity
Yeah,
has
like that.
crashed. They will still get 4 points though, as they've done the 95% or 90% rule. And Gravity comes into the pits and will most likely go on to softs and also go for the fastest lap attempt. But 2 laps remaining. Closest battle, the one that we're going to keep an eye on probably the most at the moment is going to be the one between James and Blue. It's opened up a 1.2 second gap though to the car behind him, so Blue's managing these old mediums very, very well. Done over half the race on them actually, so fair play. If he can hold on to it, then I'll be interested to see how he must be feeling in the driver's seat, because they've got to be, yeah, they've got to be screaming by now, surely. Unless he's got very good time management, you just don't know. You don't know. That's the thing. We don't have the right means of seeing tyre wear, in a way. It's not like real life F1, unfortunately. This is a simulation of F1. But, around the final corner though for Connor, it's a 1.8 second gap here, so he's definitely looking after them tyres now. We're not going to risk it too much. He could definitely come off the pace a little bit more, knowing that he's got the fresher tyres between himself and Blue. The gap now between Blue and James is 1.8 seconds, so I think James has backed off here. Could be doing a fast lap attempt as well, but there probably won't be any point as Gravity is also on a fresh set of softs. As long as he's going to be guaranteed a fair few points. I think it's about 5 or 6 points just for finishing the race now, as he's in the Sebastian Vettel car. Just want to mention that one. Antics at the moment is in P6, Carps is P5 still, and it looks like there isn't really any battles on track, so you know what, we may as well stay on board with, at the moment, the race leader. You know, very good job from him today. Almost had pole, but it was snatched at the last second from Blue, as he set a purple sector too. He's going for a fast lap here. He's going for it.
Who's this?
Connor. But I'm interested to see what Gravity is doing here. Will he have a fast lap attempt? We'll go back and we'll go back and forward in a second with Brian Con, because it doesn't look like any positions are going to change just yet, because, well, everyone is too far apart. But yeah, it's a purple sector 1 for Gravity, so he's going for the fastest lap attempt. But we are going to go on board though with what is going to be eventually the race winner. Connor started in, what was it, P2 I believe. Like I say, almost had pole position, but it was snatched away from him at the last second, denying him a couple of points. But coming around the final bend then, down this long straight, he sees the finish line. Connor is going to cross the line to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and Blue with a fantastic job in P2. James Killer in P3. At the moment, Brian Con does have the fastest lap of the race. Quill will finish in P4, so a very good job from him. Carps, oh hang on, Carps and F1 Antics are having a big battle here, and it looks like Carps had no front wing. It's going to be side by side going down the main straight. Who's going to come out on top here? This is a fantastic finish, and it's going to be Carps in P5, F1 Antics in P6, and Gravity's out of the race. Gravity has retired from the race, but what an ending that was between Carps and F1 Antics right at the death. Quill gets driver of the day. Fantastic work from him on his, I believe it is his debut. But what a way to end the race as Connor steps onto the top step of the podium. Finally, and McLaren wins again. Of course, we did have Daniel Ricciardo, but we were so close to getting a Lando Norris victory. Spraying the champagne, the McLaren and the Ferrari. Oh, it feels like it's 2003 yet again. The good old days. Even 2008, should I say. But a fantastic job from both the McLaren boys, and of course a big well done to Blue. Redemption from last week as well. But fantastic work. If you want to get everyone in Twonk, and I will give the race rundown.
Yeah.
So here we go then. The race rundown for today. Connor takes victory, closing up even further to the likes of Blue for the top step of the table. Blue in P2. Redemption work for him. Probably could have won today, but he had the old tyres. James Killer also rounds off the podium, a double podium for McLaren, so congratulations to them. Quill in P4, Carps in P5 with F1 Antics just behind him. It was a very close finish. Gravity in P7, he will pick up some points. And then you got Infinity, SNM11, Fred the Red, Pids, Ellie, Bradley Ellis, and Feared by Gaming all rounding off. Oh, and then H Collins, and then there's a few others that I couldn't get to, unfortunately. But what a race that was. We're just going to get everyone in, and we'll get started with the questions. Just going to wait for, I believe it is a car Brian Con. And yeah, we'll just give it a couple of seconds, guys, and we'll get ready for the interviews. Make sure that your voice is all unshared. It most likely is, but just double check. Just waiting for Connor now, unless he's already
He's
in.
gone to the toilet.
Okay, so what we'll do then is
start?
yeah. So P3 was James, wasn't it? Great work from you today. A double podium. Tell us about it from your end.
Tough race. It was a very tough race. I didn't actually think I was going to get a podium after the spin I had on the safety car with the cold softs, but luckily I didn't lose a tyre. I just lost my front wing, and I was able to thankfully get back into P3 after my pit stop to go back into the softs.
Yeah, it looked like Connor actually held up. I can't remember who it was, but he held up someone by the looks of things on that main straight, which looked like it actually helped you out. Did I don't know if he was in a party with him. Did he mention anything if he was in a party?
Yeah, basically there was like a 20-second gap between us when I went in, and he tried to hold him up as much as possible while keeping his delta positive so that I could get out into a good position. But obviously when Quinn tried to overtake him, he had to push forward, so luckily I managed to slot in just behind him. But it was, at one point it was just wheel to wheel between me and Quinn, but luckily I managed to, you know, pull out at the last second, which was good, although it was a bit risky as I could have ended up in the wall. But yeah.
Of course, as well, Blue was on, I think it was like 15 lap old tyres at the end. Did you feel like you had a chance at all to be able to overtake him, maybe get P2, or was it just a case of, you know what, I've got P3 in the bag, let's just hold on to that?
I was trying my best to catch him, but he was on very old mediums, but my softs were just dying the more and more I pushed after him. So the last, I think, 2 laps, I just tried my best to, you know, look after the car and bring it home in one piece so I can salvage as many points as I could.
Well, yeah, again, congratulations on P3. Twang, have you got any questions for James?
No, it was just a great race from you, and congratulations on the result.
Thank you.
Moving on to P2 then, we have got Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die. That's my nickname for you, young man.
Oh, dearie me. He's had a shocker.
Of course, redemption after last week. Tell us about it from your end.
Well, the race overall, it was a good race, challenging at times. As you saw, I got damaged quite early on from the car braking, very, very early. And at that point, I thought I was out of the race and I had no chance of coming back. Then, safety car came out and my eyes lit up, I'm not going to lie. At that point, I knew that I was going to have a chance at gaining some good positions and getting a good amount of points. Didn't think it was going to be a podium, but ended up being a podium.
Well, we noticed that your tyres were... Well, you stayed out on the mediums. I was screaming for you to go into the pits onto the softs, especially on the last safety car. But it seemed like you had the pace still. How was your tyres? Were they I don't know if you had good time management or anything.
At the end, they were below 50%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
After good time management on the field.
Fair play. There's me in the commentary box thinking that he's going to lose the back end at one point. But yeah, of course, after last week and that, losing out on P1 right to death. Like I say, you must be happy with P2. So
yeah, I'm happy.
Twonk, any questions for Blue?
Yeah. During those safety cars, obviously everyone else did pit. Did it not cross your mind? No. Well, fair enough. He answered it straight away before I even finished.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you was the same when you said that to me in the commentary box. Like, he'll be calm as anything. So, but congratulations yet again, though, Blue, still holding on to P1 in the championship. Moving on to the race winner then, Connor. Congratulations on the win today. One thing I do want to ask, I did ask James this, but I want to hear it from your perspective as well. When James pitted and you had, I think it was Quill behind you, was there some team orders there, or was there some tactics just to hold up Quill just a little bit to help out your teammate?
I think there was talk of trying to hold up the Red Bulls if they ever got too close, but it wasn't necessarily to favour either driver. It was just, trying to work together to get the maximum points for the team, sort of thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, say maximum points. You got 20. You actually will get the fastest lap as well, as I think it was Gravity crashed out right at the end. Tell us about your race from your perspective then.
It was alright. I goated start. I don't know if it's because I owned the fuel for the car that much, or if Blue really had that much of a bad one, but it was alright. It felt quite peaceful and in control at the front. No idea what it was like in midfield, but from what I looked going through turn 2 sometimes, the amount of end plates that were everywhere, I can tell it was scrappy, to say the least. So I hope some things haven't been as serious as what's apparently been said. But yeah, apart from that race, it was alright. It's kind of reacting normally. The thing is, with the safety car, it was always coming out around my pit windows anyway. And I think the last one, I mistakenly went on to mediums in the end, but that's because I didn't have time to tell Jeff on the radio that I wanted the softs. I just came straight to the box, and yeah, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because I was able to keep enough tyre temp and the tyre wear, whereas the soft runners at the end, they slowly started to die off and they couldn't mount an attack anymore. So almost the perfect race, to be honest.
Well, yeah, congratulations. Of course, with that win, you close the gap up to the top of the table. I think it's now about 6 points the gap will be now. I believe so, yeah. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you can push on now and possibly take the lead as soon as next race, to be fair?
I'll see it when I believe it, to be honest. I'd like to think so, but in my head I'm still convinced that Blue is somehow 50 points clear of me. I don't know why.
No, he's not, believe me. It's a very close one. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one goes. Twonk, you got any questions for our race winner?
No, just congratulations on the win. Both McLarens deserved it, and you, Blue. It was a great race to watch, to be honest. It was quite entertaining, besides the safety cars, but I guess safety cars were made up from last week from Monaco. Had to come at some point. But
yeah, definitely. I mean, people would be happy to see more safety cars this race.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well then, a massive congratulations. Yeah, massive congratulations to the top 3 then. James, of course, finishing P3, Blue in P2, and Carbrincon in P1. Join us next week for, I have no idea what track it is next week. Is it
France?
Thank you. It's it's either Canada or France. Let's put it that way. Join us next week at the same time, but this time in Canada for round 6 of the championship season. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all next week. Good night.